Today we are going to play one of my one of my actual favorite games, both in real life and digitally. This is called Scythe. It's the digital edition, in case you didn't figure that out. It's like, why would this guy not be playing a digital edition for a stream like this? But anyways, sarcasm aside, let me show you what this is. Right away, you might think, wow, the artwork is pretty interesting. And it is. I wish there was a little bit more of it sprinkled throughout this game, but it is still very, very fun. Bit economical, bit resource management type of a game. Blended in with a little bit of some 4X flavoring, although I would definitely not call this a 4X game. Let me show you what this is, and hopefully you'll figure out a bit more about why I love it so much. We're gonna go. Actually, I don't want to go random. I want to. See, I don't want to pick one of these guys. So here are the clans. There's an expansion including this character here and this green one here. We're gonna not be using those because they're just a little bit more complicated. Not hard. I mean, I like playing with them, but certainly not for a good first time a view here. So options here would be this Polenia Republic, this Nordic Kingdom, Soviet Union, this Crimean Khanate, Saxony Empire. So we're gonna go random and see what it gives us, and if it gives me one of those two expansions, I'll just send it back. We'll have two medium leveled bots here. We'll be able to do undos on our last actions, including promo cards. There's been feedback over the course of time that just says, look, these combos are really broken, so we're going to check that. It says, nope, sorry, let's just prevent using those. Actually, you know what? There we go. That's what I needed to do. No, actually, I want to keep this in because I don't mind playing against the other factions. So let's see what we get. Ah, of course, we got one of the factions, so let's just quit and try this again. Can I skip this? Yes. Let's try that again. Let's go to a new game and hit the button. Alright. Oh my gosh, we got the other faction. The other one. That's hilarious. The other DLC faction. Can we go 3 for 3? Here we go, Nordic. All right. So here's some of the unique things that happen every game. You'll pick your faction. Your faction always has the ability that's never going to change for that faction. This faction has the ability of moving across rivers. The secret objectives are different every time you play. The structure bonuses are different every time you play. And the starting information that you get is also different every game. So our objectives, which we'll go over later, same with our structure bonuses, these are just ways of doing better in the game. And I'm going to show you what that looks like here. So we're going against Polenia. That's us. And Rusviet. Alright, so let me back up a tick and I'll show you what this whole map looks like. This is the player area. Each hex on the map represents a unique resource type. This board is static, it's not going to change. From game to game, it's always in the same configuration, with the player bases always starting in the same spaces. I know that in real life there's some modules that, you know, change this up, but for the most part here, this is what we have. Let me actually rotate this around. Whoa, that went a lot faster than I thought it was going to be. So that we are here. So it's just imagine you're at a seat at the table. This is what you would be looking at. Let me just make one quick change. I think I want Moonlight for this. Yeah, a little bit. I think what I'm trying to do is pick a, we'll just go default. Pick a color scheme that kind of makes it easy to still see what they are as you zoom out. And it might be this one. Yeah, this is a little easier to see what these things are when you zoom in now. Okay. So the way this game plays, what makes this game so much fun is that the configuration of your actions modules over here, they won't change in terms of, like, for example, how do I say this? So the bottom rows are always going to be in the same order. So it'll always be the oil and this, what is that called? Silver? Metal? Wood, and food. These will always be in the same configuration, unlocking the same types of things. This is upgrades, mechs, buildings, and recruits. This will always be in the same configuration, but what changes are the levels here. So like right now, this is kind of indicating that I would get more gold when I build a mech as opposed to really getting nothing when I build a building. That changes game to game. It's not faction specific. The other things over here, for example, the way that these are built, these will always be the same, but the order of them could be different. So for example, we've got movement, which is always on top of gold. This configuration is always the same, but it may not always be above oil. It could be instead above wood. It could be above metal. This could be above food. And that's kind of the case for all of these. And that's kind of what gives you some sort of variability every time you play, is that this configuration could be slightly different mixed in with your faction and some of the other objectives we're trying to complete, and that could be pretty fun to figure out that puzzle every time you play. Now, how do we win the game? The game is going to end as soon as someone accomplishes any 6 of these objectives. We have 6 stars, but they're objectives basically, and you can keep track of them here. If I wanted to look at all of the other stars for each player, this is what you can see. Okay, so it's a race to see. It's not a race, like, it's a race to the end game triggers. The more stars you have, the more likelihood that you're going to do better, but you don't have to. And just by getting 6 stars doesn't mean you win. It's just a matter of ending the game and counting for points. So you can get a star for pretty much doing the best or the most you could do for any specific thing within this game. For example, I mentioned this is for upgrades, this is for mechs, this is for buildings, and for recruits. So if you do all of your recruits, or you build all your buildings, you build all your recruits or your mechs, and finish all your upgrades, each of these are stars, right? Upgrades, mechs, structures, recruits. Over here you can unlock more workers to let you do more things. So if you unlock all 6 of those, then it says 8 workers, but you start with 2. There's 2 right here. You get all your workers on the board and you get a star. There are 2 popularity, and there's a popularity track and a power track. That is, do they capture that on the board over here? I wonder if I guess they don't they? Yeah, they don't. On the game board, it would be like on the top and on the side here. But anyways, you max those out to, I don't know what number, I think it's 18. You max those out, yeah, 18 popularity, 16 power. You max those out, you get a star. They don't have to stay maxed, it's just the achievement for getting it to max. You're the star. There is combat, so it doesn't matter if you initiate combat or if you were being attacked. If whoever wins that combat gets a star. And you can get 2 stars max from doing that. And lastly, if you complete one of your secret objectives, then you can get a star that way. So there are lots of different ways for you to get stars here, but that's the focus of the game. For us, our starting objectives that we got, these were the 2 I mentioned over here on that main screen. These are the 2 randomly given to us. So this is the first one here, is stockpile for the winner. It just basically says control a territory, with 9 or more resource tokens, at least 1 of each type, on it at the end of your turn. So as long as I'm on one of these, any one of these hexes, at the very end of my turn, right, I want to have at least 9 resources on it, 1 of each type, and these are the resources down here. The other thing I could do is if I can control at least 3 farm territories, which is this terrain over here with the little food icon on it. If I can control any one of these three, any three of these at the end of my turn, then I can get my achievement. Then I would complete my achievement. So we'll see how that goes. I actually might go for this farm one, because one of the abilities that my faction has is I can swim through rivers. So what that means is these tiles here are not rivers; these are considered lakes. But it's a little bit subtle. But basically, this place here and this place here are adjacent to here. I could always move to any one of these three places. But I would not be able to leave this island because there's a river that kind of comes across the board this way. Which means the only way for me to leave these three areas is if I were to build one of my mechs. And one of my mechs gives me the ability called River Walk, which lets me move across rivers to forests or mountains. My faction abilities, I can move, my workers can move over rivers. Not my mechs, not my leader, this dude. But my people over here, they can move over a river. So I might actually be able to get one guy over here and kind of take these areas over here and rush this objective. That might be something we can do. The other the other type of bonuses that we have here for this particular game are the structures. So this is random for the game, but this one is basically saying, look, if you can get it, you're going to get 1 point for each lake that's adjacent to whatever structures that you build. Now, I'm not incentivized to build buildings this game, so when I do, or if I do build buildings, I'm going to want them to be next to these lakes, but they're going to need to be spread out. I can't score the same lake twice. So if I put a structure here and a structure here, I can't score these two twice. But putting a structure here would be really good because it'll go 1, 2, and 3. So we're going to look for putting a structure in this place here. Alright, that's all the secret stuff. I mentioned that, I mentioned that, I mentioned that. We don't need to worry about that. We have some abilities that we can do later, but we can get started with the game. So the way the turn works is you're going to pick any one of these top actions, and you may or may not do it, and then you'll have access to the bottom actions. Anything that is red is what you pay, and anything that is green is what you get. So for here, to get us going over here, we actually have, it's very subtle, but that is that's an encounter token. And the only way for us to have encounters is if our leader goes to that space. So we're going to get that moving forward. We're going to choose this move action, which lets us move any individual unit 2 times. Or I'm sorry, I can move any 2 units 1 space. So I will move this unit here. And since we don't really need wood right now, we're going to want oil. I'm going to actually move this guy over here. And that's going to be my turn, because now that we finished the top action, we can do the bottom action, in which I would spend 2 oil to do an upgrade, but again, I don't have oil, so we're going to end our turn. Now what makes this game interesting is on my next turn, I cannot choose what I just chose the previous turn. I have to pick something different. So now I've only got these 3 options for this next round. Where do I want to go? I think what I want to do is I want to be ready to do this on my next turn. Okay, so we're going to choose this action right here. This is going to let us produce any 2 territories. These hexes are called territories. Any 2 territories where we have at least 1 worker on it. Now, we've only got 1 territory with workers on it, but they're both on here. And so since I'm going to activate this whole territory, I'm going to activate this territory and get 1 resource for every worker on it. 2 workers, therefore I get 2 oil. And I can't do this bottom action here because I don't have 3 food to pay. So we're going to end our turn. Now, I tend to play this game fast because I don't spend a lot of time focusing on what the opponents are doing. I kind of get a feeling for it, but I don't stress it too much. Now I cannot do this action again, but I could move again, and that's what I want to do. I want to move. And the reason I want to move is for 2 reasons. The first reason is I want to get my leader into that space so I can do this encounter. And the second reason is I want to be able to move towards these locations over here, and I do have only my workers can go across rivers, but I actually want to go here first. And we'll talk about that why in just a moment. So now we're going to do the encounter. Alright, so this is the encounter I have. I have 3 options here. I may only pick one. So the first option is I can spend a day planting crops at a farm to earn some goodwill. Gain 2 food and 1 popularity. I don't know if I need that right now. I could dislodge a stubborn plow and earn a favor from the farmers, and I would pay 2 money to gain a worker and any 2 resources. That might be the one for us. And the last one here is salt the earth and force the farmers to enlist. I can pay 2 popularity to enlist 1 recruit. Popularity, I wish I could show it to you here. I wonder if there's a different view for it. Territory colors, that would be helpful. Oh, here we go. Yes, there we go. Let me show you this. We're going to do this one, by the way, but I'll tell you what that does in a minute. I would pay 2 popularity. I've only got 2, and I would do 1 enlist. And enlistment is basically, look, if I were to enlist one of these recruits, then when my opponents take this particular action, so if I enlisted this recruit and any of my opponents built with wood, I would get popularity. Same thing if I activated if I did this one, activated this recruit, whenever they would build a mech, I would get money. That's how that works. It's kind of nice up front to have a recruit, but I think this is better for us. So we're gonna choose that. So yes, I will accept a new worker. It has to go on the location where the encounter took place. So it's gonna end up here. And same with the resource. Now the resource I want is gonna be more oil, because I plan to move again and I could use some more oil to keep doing this action over here. I get another one? I didn't realize oh yes, I did get 2. That's right, 2 resources. Great. Now, we had just moved and we were going to do this action anyways. So we're going to activate this by paying 2 oil. I'm just going to take the 2 oil that I already had right here. Okay. And what an upgrade does is it lets me unlock a space on the top row. So I can actually unlock this one, which will let me have 3 people move one space on when I take this action. And then I can actually look at one of the bottom spaces that could do an upgrade, and I could actually build in a permanent discount. Now, since this is something that's going to give us money, we're going to want to make this easier for us to do. So we're going to do that. And so from now on, I can now move 3 people 1 space, and my building a mech is only going to cost 3 metal, not 4. Okay. So I mentioned that there was a couple of tracks I wanted to show you. Let me actually turn this. Let me do it like this. Okay. This is the popularity track. So as you go all the way up, if you can get all the way up to 18, you'll get a star. But when the game ends, if you're above this threshold right here, it's not really good, but if I'm above the threshold of, if I'm in the 13 or above, then endgame scoring will come at higher rewards than they would if I were between 7 and 12. I would get a little less rewards. And endgame scoring is basically, this is how much money, or how much gold you get, or victory points, whatever, that you get for every star you have, every space you control, and every 2 resources. So if I get 5 stars by the end of the game, and I'm up here, then each of those is worth 5 points each. If I'm somewhere down here, they're worth 3 points each. That's how that works. And then the power track, this is just the track for the achievements. Here we go. The power track is maxing at 16. This is what you use to boost your attack rating when you're trying to win combat. I'll leave that open for now. Okay, so they finished their turn. It's back to us. Ooh, excuse me. So let me get a water. Okay, so now that I've got 2, 3. I kind of want to do this food thing, but I'm not in a position to do it, am I? No, I'm not. Okay, so now what we're going to do, because we've got 5 money, we can actually do this ability here and begin to give us a little bit of some food. So we're going to end up making it cheaper the next time around, aren't we? Or do we want to go for the metal? No, we want to do the we want to get the unlocks going here. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to use this to build. We're going to need that there. Yeah, we're going to need to get some metal so we can start moving over there, aren't we? Going to get one movement over here, second movement over here, build it. So I have basically 5 turns. The way that I'm thinking is I'm doing a move. I can't do a move this turn, so the next turn I could move, and then the following 2 turns after that I can move again. That's how long it's going to take for us to get here. So what we're going to do is by then have enough wood to build a structure here so we can knock in these 3 points for these 3 waters. Okay, for us to do that we're going to need a little bit of wood. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to activate this space right here, and we actually have workers on 3 locations, but we can only activate 2. We're going to choose this one because the village is where you get more people. So we're going to do that. So now we have another worker, which is going to be perfect for us to get over here. And then the other thing we're going to do is we're going to continue to get some of the oil, because we're going to be moving out of here, but we want to be getting close to that. All right. Now we're back. Now we can do another move action. So what we want to do is we want to move. We want to get this guy over here. So we're going to do the moving. So the first, we're not going to move. He cannot carry anything. Yeah. Okay. So movement's a little weird to explain, but basically, workers bring resources with them. Leaders can also bring resources with them, but they cannot take workers. They don't have the capacity to hold them. So all we want to do is we want to take that worker dude right here. We want to move him right there. Okay? And then we want to get these 2 guys out. Well, hold on. I want that guy there. If I put this guy here and then I produce these 2, I can get some food. Then maybe do that action. But I'm not close to doing this space, am I? Because there's only one right there. Okay. We're actually not close to doing that. So let's go back a tick. Here's what we're going to do instead. We're not going to move at the moment. So if I can do this move here, it's going to let me get any 2 resources I want. And I'm going to want... I'm going to want a food and a wood. There we go. I'm backwards 1 turn from getting closer to moving, but we're going to be okay. Okay, now I want to be able to do this turn in a moment. 1, 2. I don't want to do that right now. I want to move before I get the metal to get over here. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to do our movement. So we're going to bring this guy over there, and we're going to bring this guy over here, and then we are going to take this guy and actually move him over here. But we're going to have to take everything with him. Okay, that's good. And now we're going to do our upgrade. So we'll spend 2 of those. And we are going to make our Should I move him up to get the wood? To be in a position for metal. I probably should have. I'm so sorry. Let's go back. Oh, I can't go back that far. Okay. No problem. Yeah, that's fine. So we will do, we're going to get the ability to activate 3 places, and we're going to make the metal, again, cheaper. All right, we're making pretty good progress here. Okay. Now, this turn we're going to need... Wait, we're going to need more wood. What am I doing over here? I should have gotten 2 wood. I should have made this one cheaper. Oops. No, I think I'm going to activate this. Yeah. So now that I've taken one of these guys off of it, it's actually unlocked this space here. So now every time I do this action, it's going to cost me 1 of my power. But that should be fine because we're going to take a wood. That brings us to 2 wood. Which is fine because we're going to take this action in order to do the building, and this action is going to give us the 2 wood that we need. Okay. And we're going to activate. We need an oil. We need an oil for us to do the movement. That gives us 2 oil for to do this building. And the last thing that we're going to do is we're actually going to get 1 more person. There we go. Now, because there's still 1 person on this space, it hasn't unlocked this space over here. But once we do, that will mean that every time I take this action, it'll cost us 1 power and 1 popularity. I'm not really in a position to start paying popularity, so we're not going to do that. All right, so now we are going to do this action. No, we're not. We're going to move first. Yes. Yeah, we're going to move. So we're going to move this guy there. We're going to move this guy with the resource there. And I should have been in a position to be closer to metal, but that didn't work out for me. Oh, we're going... No. I want to be able to build a mech here and get them out. So we're actually going to move this guy right there. Okay, and now we're going to take our upgrade action. So we'll spend that one and that one. And we will make... Could make this 1 move cheaper. But I do want to build this fast. So we are going to... We're going to get our power up. Power up. This is going to give us a bunch of food. This is going to give us 2 wood. So yeah, we should make this cheaper. All right, there's a whole bunch of stuff happening here, but we are good. So we're going to do that action that I mentioned. So we're going to go here. We're actually going to get, we're going to put 2 wood down, and then we're going to build. So we'll spend the 2 wood and the 4 wood. So these are one of the 4 buildings that we can build. Okay. And what that means is, if we put this mill here, then whenever we produce, we'll also produce this land and start getting us some wood. Kind of nice, but not terribly important. I really want to get this one going. This one says that whenever I take an action here to either bolster or get those power cards, I'm also going to gain a popularity. So that's the one that we're going to go for. And this one would have been a tunnel, but a tunnel in between tunnels is not that fantastic. Actually, yeah, the next one we probably build would be a tunnel for maybe like this place here and get him off of the island into one of the other tunnels. But anyways, we're going to build that one here. right there. Alright, so now we're guaranteed to get 3 points at the end of the game because we've got number of lakes adjacent to structures. Yep. That's a great spot for us right there. I don't think there's any other spot that's kind of like that. No way. We could have gone here for 2 and then here for 2, but this is perfect for us. Alright, now we want to begin getting a mech out so we can get these guys out of there. But first we also need to be able to finish our turn on a farmland so we can get this objective done. So what we're going to do is we're going to move. I want to get this guy out of here. I really want to get this guy going. No, we're gonna do this. All right, so we're gonna get 2 food. We've only got 1 food over here. We'll get another wood. I don't want to put a wood over here because it's gonna attract someone to want to do combat on that space. So we'll not put resources there. Now, if a mech or a character goes into a place, they can initiate combat. If there is only workers, then the workers will immediately return back to their home base. And yeah, it's not good for us. And if I put a bunch of resources here, all I'm doing is baiting them in, and I don't want to do that. All right, so we're going to do this bottom action called Enlist. So we're going to pay 3 food. So we'll take this one, and this one. And that will do this action over here. So let's take a look at what everyone else has done so far. So far, they've both built a mech. Only one person has built a building, and the other person has built a recruit. That is these 3 things here. Oh, and upgrades. A few folks have already begun upgrades. So the best thing for us is probably the buildings or the enlisting. I think buildings is going to be the thing for us to do. So we're going to go this route here. So we're going to build this. So this means that whenever any of our opponents who are neighbors next to us, but they happen to both be next to us, does a building or constructs a building, then we're going to get popularity. That's going to help us go up the track. And then over here, we're kind of lacking on. We are kind of lacking on this. So we're going to go ahead and get some more of that. This is a one-time bonus for enlisting. So there we go. Got a bunch of money. Got some power. And you can see us on the track. I'll show you what that looks like here. So right now, that's us at 2 popularity and 4 power. Okay. What to do now? We still are a few moves away from completing our objective, and we need to build a mech. We need to get some metal going, and we need to move into position. So I'm going to do this move. We're going to get this guy moving that way. We're going to try and get him here in 2 turns. And that means I don't need 2 guys here. So we're going to get this guy with the resource to move here. So we can start building the 1 metal that we need for that. And this guy, we could go to the factory in the middle, but because he's not a leader, we won't get the ability of it. And I'll talk more about what that ability is later. So for now, we're actually going to fall back here and start getting some more oil. And that's our turn. All right. So we don't have the metal yet, so we're going to want to produce that this turn. So here we go. There's the metal that we need for the mech. We will be able to build that really soon. Crap, we're only going to have 1 oil. Should I bother with the oil this turn? I don't want to build that right now. Let's go back. I'm not going to build the oil right now. Yeah, I don't think I should do that. No, we're not going to build the oil. We're going to do this and build these two. And that is enough for us to do this bottom action again, because we have exactly 3 food. And we're going to do the... We'll do this one. And we'll take the boost in popularity. Well, we've only got 1 combat card, which is pretty good. When are we going to get another combat card? Are we going to enlist again? Probably not for a while. Although it does give us money. No, we'll do the combat cards for now, because we've only got 1 and it's a 5. It's like the best card out there, so we'll get a couple of lower ones just in case we have some fallback. All right. Slowly moving up. All right. So now we are going to, we don't have enough oil. We want to build a mech. So we're going to do that. We'll pay him money. We're going to get popularity and 3 power. And then we're going to build a mech. Costs us 1 metal. Now we have to build one of these mechs. We are definitely going to be building this one. This one will let us move to and from... Well, actually, hang on. This will let us move to and from lakes. This one will let us move across rivers to land on forests or mountains. So we could use that to go this way. Actually, there's no river there, so we're already able to go that way. Right? Yeah, we can. This person here would be able to go here only, not over here. Which isn't that bad, honestly, because I just want him out. That puts him 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. That's actually pretty good. We're going to do that one. The other one is before combat, if I pay 1 power, the opponent loses 2. And this one here is, right now everyone can move 1 space, they'd be able to move 2 spaces, which is good, but not as good as getting this leader out of the space. So we're going to put the mech right here. Right? Yeah, we're going to put the mech right there. So that'll help us to get these guys out of this location pretty quickly. And one of the nice things is, even though we unlock that mech with that ability, all the mechs will have that ability, and my leader as well. So this turn, we could move, which is actually really good for us to get that thing going here, because we've got this guy kind of ready to give us some trouble. We're going to need a couple of oil, though. And I don't want to produce the oil here and here. You know what? I'm just going to have to move. That's the best move for us. We're not going to get the upgrade opportunity this turn, but that's going to be okay. We need to get this guy moving. So that guy will go here. This guy is just going to take the wood with him and go there. That guy will stay here. This guy will stay there. And this guy, since he is on a tunnel, this space indicates he's a tunnel. And there's a tunnel basically in kind of a circle. It's like here, 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 here. They're all connected. So I basically could use it as a warp point to go from here to here or wherever else. Let me actually take that guy back. So I can move this guy instead. I forgot that that was on a thing. So we're going to move this guy to that space where the food is. That will still move here. And we can move this guy onto the oil, which is definitely better for us. Now again, we can't take the oil action down here for the upgrade, but we can complete this objective, which is to end my turn by controlling at least 3 farm territories, so we get to mark that done. Alright, and they're battling us, so perfect timing. Let's show you what this looks like. So they moved one of their mechs into one of our mechs' space. Now, no matter what happens, as long as if they win, actually I take that back, if they win, they're going to force us to retreat, and We do have a worker here, and the worker's basically going to say, hey, this other faction is a huge oppressor, and they're not good for us, so they're going to lose a popularity because of it. But we're going to have a battle here. Now remember, whoever wins the battle gets a star. The thing is that if we do end in a tie, the attacking player breaks a tie. They're going to win. Now if we look at who's attacking us, Red's attacking us. They have more power than we do. So we could spend a considerable amount of power and a card and try to hope that we can beat them. But the most power that we can spend is 6. The most power that they can spend is 7 plus whatever the card is. And they've got 6 cards. So my guess is they're going to play at least a 4 and bump us to 12. So I'm not going to do anything else. I wonder if... I think if you play at least 1 power, you get a card. I don't remember if it's... Let me just... Oh, it's going to take me to a website. Bear with me one moment. I'm going to just look up something here. Oh, because if I don't have to spend any power, I don't want to, in order to get a new card back for this. So I'm just scrolling through. Just bear with me one moment. This is the Invaders from Afar rulebook. I want the... Oh, here it is. Okay, the combat is on page 22. So we are going to page 22. There we go. Alright, it says here, the loser must retreat all their units. If the loser revealed at least 1 power on the dial or through combat cards, they gain a combat card. Perfect. So, we are not going to spend a power. We're just going to reveal 1 and get a new card. It's the crappiest card, so it is what it is. And here we go. So yeah, they would have bumped us to 10. I wasn't going to spend that much right now. Get a combat card? Yes. And it was another 2, so whatever. The only downside is now they've got 2 stars, so it's not the greatest, it's for sure. And we've got 1 worker kind of stuck here with this other mech way down here. Let me close this. So we need to get these folks back on the board ASAP. And we first want to build a mech. We definitely want to build a mech first, because we can use the ability for us to get them to move 2 spaces, and that'll help them get them back and back quickly. So for us to pull that off, we're not going to do that. We're just going to do this one. We're going to pay 2. You know, I don't think they can cross over. I should double check their mechs. How do I do that? How do I check what their mech... Oh, they've already finished their upgrades, by the way. That's pretty cool. I didn't notice that. They've already got 2 of them. How do I confirm what mech they have? Anybody? I wish I could tell. I don't think there's a way for me to know until I go back. Let's just see how far back we can go. Bunch of moving, bunch of... That's mine. Why? Here we go. So they have township, which means... I don't know what township is, but that's something. And Riverwalk. Okay, so they can go onto villages and farms. Okay, so they cannot get to me over here. So that's perfectly safe. So we will do this. And we will do... We'll actually do 2 metals, because then we don't have to worry about farming that land again. Then we can actually get this guy moving onto this place. Yeah. Alright. We're gonna get some power. We're going to build a mech. Pay a metal. We're going to get the hex speed thing. And we are going to put it on a place that's a little precarious, which might be this guy or this guy. He's also on a tunnel. Yikes. I don't want them to get a free resource though, so we'll put him here. I didn't really realize we left these guys kind of high and dry, but at the same time, they basically are going to bait. If they move into the space, they're going to lose popularity. So it is kind of what it is. Oh no, that's slow. We want this. Okay. All right, so we are going. We don't want to build this. We want to get this. We want to get this over here. Yeah. So we want this. That will let us produce food. I don't want to waste the power though, so we're going to do this one. We'll use the money. We've got plenty of money, and we are going to bring out 2 more oil for our next turn. Wow, they are just marching on themselves up, aren't they? Oh, look at that. Did they make us retreat? Not yet. They just brought 2 food with them. Yeah, we're in a tight spot here. So we're gonna move. We're definitely gonna move over here, and I'll tell you what the factory. You'll see what the factory does in a moment. That person will stay, and that person's move. No. That person will be done. We're going to have this guy bring that warrior, that villager worker with him, and end his turn there to offer protection against these 2 dudes. And then that person can only go there. Not helpful. And that person could go where? Actually, bringing that person over here does also make it so that if they do move to attack, they're going to take another hit of popularity. Alright, so factory. We landed on the factory, which is going to give us a new action that goes right over here. Very super awesome, powerful stuff. For example, I could pay 1 power to get 3 money. I could pay any resource I want to get a combat card and 2 power. Any resource I want to get all of the above. Of those things. I can pay any 2 different resources to instantly recruit or instantly get an upgrade. Well, obviously going to do the recruit, because then that means I don't have to get any more food. I won't have to pay any more food. So this is going to be our one. And then down here, this will let you do a factory move, which is 1 character I think can, what does it say? Move 1 unit up to 2 times within the same move action. So that's always going to be the same. Yeah, we're gonna do this one here. There it is, and we'll do that, and we will do the. I guess we'll do the popularity, and when we're gonna make the. Well, since we have an easy path for this, we're gonna make the wood cheaper, or the buildings cheaper. And we're not doing so good on the stars right here. I think we spread ourselves a little too wide. Red's definitely going to put some pressure on us right now. But my hope is that we can get up the power rating in the next couple of turns here. So here we go. We're going to do another mech. So we're going to build that. We're going to do the river walk of if we pay 1 power, they lose 2 power. And we'll put that mech right here to get that farmer out of this space over here. And our turn. Now we're going to need a few resources, so we are going to need to produce. Because we can't do this action right here. Okay, so while we own this land, it's not really easy to see. Yeah, it's not easy to see. But basically, this counts as 3 controlled areas. So I control 1, 2, 3 I told 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 areas at the moment. Alright, now we also have the ability of traversing through these river lake thingies, so we're going to be in really good position to get out of dodge pretty quickly. So we want to do this one more time. So we're going to do a produce action here, and we're going to produce we're going to produce here and here because we need to give away resources, and there. Gotta give away resources to do this action over here. Yeah, they're moving onto the water. Now, if I remember correctly, they have an awesome ability where they can basically use these lakes as teleporters. So they can like submerge through here and pop up somewhere else. Whew, okay. Do we want to move or do we want to do the recruit? No, I think we want to use we want to do the moving here. So, all right. So here we go. We're gonna move, and this first guy, since this will be the last time we already have enough metal to do this. We don't need to stay on metal, so we can basically look to branch out and go anywhere. So let's put ourselves in a position to get ready to build in a fun spot. So we've already got these 3 covered. So let's try to get over here somewhere where we can actually get, maybe this spot right here is actually pretty good. So we're going to take everything with us, and we're going to go right there. Okay. Now, I could drop one dude off and move again. So I'll show you what that looks like. There we go. I just dropped one guy off right there, and I can move again. But I don't actually want to do that. I want to do, here's what I want to do instead. Let's back up. I'm going to get clever with it because I don't think I have that many turns left. So we're going to take everything. We're actually going to move here. Right here. That's 1, 2. If I move, yeah, I think this is one move. So we'll move here. We'll drop, oh, that's actually adjacent to that guy. Back up. What I'm trying to do is spread out and get more territories before the game ends. So we are going to, I think we can do here. I think we can do this. We'll drop off a guy. Oh, I can't get over there. Sorry, people, sorry. So I can get here, no problem. Why can I get there, no problem? Oh, because I'm on a tunnel. That's why. So let's actually just leave one of our guys here, and then we'll just move here. And then, well, he can still move again? Oh, because that's only one space. Ah, that's so irritating. I'm so sorry, people. I know this is super, super riveting stuff, right? Okay, so this guy I want him to end up there. He's on a tunnel. So that means let's go here, drop off, nothing. Oh, that was so stupid. Nope, we'll just go back here. Okay, first movement done. That guy will not be moving, but this guy will be moving. He can only move here for combat though. So we need to actually build a tunnel and put the tunnel there. Oh, that's not going to be good for us. Can we do, I don't want to do combat yet because we're so close to the top. We only need one more bolster action, and then we can combat the crap out of that guy. So we will stay where we are for that guy. Instead, let's pick up this crew. Again, I'll leave a guy, and I want to leave a guy. I want to go here. I still have a worker and a guy. No, we'll actually then let's end up right there. Yeah. And I don't need. I have to have a worker where I want to build the building, which is right here. But I don't need the worker here. So many decisions. That's not going to make a difference. I actually think we're done moving. I think I'm totally fine with what I have. Yes, we're going to done moving. And we're going to finish building our upgrade, which is our last. No, we have two more. Let's do this one. And we're going to make our buildings cheaper. There's one more upgrade to do. Yeah, we're running out of space here. Okay, so we are going to... unfortunately, we are going into combat with red. And they already have 1 star from combat, so we really got to try to win combat with them. And they do have enough to go full on out. So we're going to hope... Gosh, we're just going to hope. Before 1 combat, pay 1 power, loses 2 power. That will put them exactly at 7. Yeah, we'll do that. So we are going to play that, and we're going to have to just max out, which is unfortunate because that's going to really hurt us. But what's at stake? Oh, that's actually the place that we want to do combat. So we're gonna make it hard for them. I mean, if they could totally tie us, and we're gonna basically just waste all of our combat. But I mean, it is what it is. It would be worth it. Did they go 12? 6? Son of a bitch, they went 12. Damn. Yes, we want a combat guard. So we can retreat. I forgot about this. We can we don't have to go all the way back to where we started. Our ability lets us retreat to the waters. So, damn it, I forgot about that, and as a result, we can't go back. I could have actually ramped up and actually attacked them back, going crazy on that, but oh man, that sucks. I didn't think about that. We'll go there. But we will need to... Oh my gosh, they put 4 guys in there too. That is 5 guys. 1, 2. So if I were to do combat here, that's going to cost us 5, all 5 of our popularity. Wow, that guy is just a jerk. just a jerk. Okay, what are we going to do? We have to build a tunnel here. And I don't have the wood anymore. I don't have any resources, actually, except for this metal. I think we're going to have to do this. Get the last mech out. Oh, man, that sucks. We're going to have to do combat somewhere else. We're going to have to fight for a different water source. So we still have these 3. And it's just the 1, so it's just unfortunate. But it is what it is. They played good. So we're going to go here. We're going to actually finish building our last mech so we can get that star claim. Because we definitely don't want to be without stars. And we will build this guy right here. So we should be able to double up on this guy over here and use 2 cards. Because we have 2 mechs to his 1. Yeah, I think that's the way we have to play it. No, we're going to cover that guy. I should be able to still get there because it's 2 spaces. We'll see. Yeah, it's 1, 2. Yeah, we're fine. Alright, so we got our 2nd star, which is only our... Oh my god, they're battling us already. I was just going to go over there and battle them. We are not going to be able to go after this. Yeah, that sucks. It's so hurtful. Hurtful. That'll pump him down to less than 7. So we could sneak out a win here, actually. He's only going to be able to play 1 card. Let's do it. Ugh. He got us to just go too high. We spent all of our You totally tricked us, but we got a star out of it. But yeah, we've only got 1 power left. Played us like a fiddle, man. Alright, we've got to move up this popularity track. We need at least 1 more popularity, which is going to be something like this. And we need to build a building right here. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to try and do all of those above. We don't need to build a tunnel anymore because that guy's moved. So we will build a building right here. So let's build a... We'll do this. To build, because we don't have any wood, right? Yeah, we don't have anything. Yeah, we've only got it. We have a food still? Oh yeah, there it is. Gosh, I would really love to do that. Hold on, back up. We need different resources in order to do the last, to do the build thing that we needed now. We have 2 resources, so we can totally do this now. So let us do that. So we will pay this. Wait, what? Oh, okay. Wait, what happened? Try them out. What did I just do? So we need to do this. So we'll pay that. Pay the food. Oh, and pay the metal. Okay, that's how that works. A little confusing, but we did it. We are going to deploy our... No, yeah, I think we should have gotten our last... We should do this one first. This is just as an enlistment. Yeah. Sorry. We're going to get our last... We're going to get a star for this. So we're going to choose that hex. We're going to choose that hex. We're going to do our last upgrade right there. And then we're going to be able to move a guy. Confirm. So we're going to pick this dude up. And get them out of dodge, basically. So we will go and pick up... It's 2 movement. Everywhere it goes, 2 movement. I don't mind leaving that guy there, because it's annoying for them to have to go and move onto it. So I think we should get ourselves up to here. There we go. Great, so we've got 4 stars now. We need 1 more... we need at least 1 more popularity, which we will have the time to do it, because we're going to do it now. We're gonna do our power, which will give us 1 popularity. Oh, we got a popularity because of something that they did. It was a repoop. Because they built, that's why. Ah! Sometimes it's hard to keep track, you know? Alright. So we got that. We're exactly where we want to be right here. We would love to get higher, but it's going to be harder for us to do that. So we're gonna press on. We need more resources. If I do this, what does that look like? It's going to be our last bolster. We're going to get a couple of resources, but kind of not worth it. So we should continue. We're going to need the power. Yeah. All right. That bumps us up a little bit. Bumps us up a little bit. They got a star for their upgrades, yeah. The closest star that we can do now, I think, is going to be... I mean, we're kind of far away. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We're probably not going to get that. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we're probably not going to get that either. I'm trying to think. I think the next best thing for us to do is to get resources to finish our buildings. So we're going to need resources for that. So we're going to have to choose this one. Because we're not in any place where we can get wood. They didn't put a building there. They did not put a building there. Okay, let's think. If we can get some wood, if we can get this, we're gonna need to do this. Okay, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna do this. We're gonna put ourselves in a position where we're not gonna get trampled and have our wood stolen. That's got a mech on it, yes. And he's also on a tunnel. They could probably even still move to catch us, though. We're gonna have to do this one. Okay, so we're gonna press our luck. No, we're gonna have to move first and then do this action to build the building. Okay. Oh, I can't. Oh, yes, I can. Phew. Okay. Oh, so stressful. So we actually will be able to build a building right there. That's gonna be awesome. The way that we're gonna pull this off. The way that we're gonna be able to pull this off is we're gonna get one food over here. It's gonna give us the thing that we need. Yep, we're gonna have to just do the move here. Okay, so what we're gonna do is where can this guy go? That guy can't reach. That guy could reach. So we're gonna put that guy here with the mech. No, we'll leave the mech. We'll leave the mech. We'll put that guy there. We'll bring this guy there, and this guy there. So now whoever hits us will lose 3 popularity, and we'll be able to play 2 cards. We don't have the greatest, literally only 2 cards, but yeah, it's the best I think we can do, and I don't want to move this guy off of there yet. So there we go. Yes. So this turn is going to be the turn where we're going to build that thing here and get another building out there. It's only our second building, but it's just enough to get a couple extra points. Points are going to be important. So here we go. Get the wood. Build the building with the wood. And we want this one to be the power building. Right there. All right, where are we at now? We are at 10 over here. And red is gonna be really close to getting their star. We need to actually get 1, 2, 3. We need this 3 here. We're not gonna be able to do it this turn. We're not gonna be able to do it this turn, so we're gonna need to spread out this turn, and then next turn, if there is a second turn, we'll get our 3 popularity, which will be what we need over here. So let's do the thing. Let's spread out, people. So we're going to load up 2 of these guys. We'll have him start here, drop 1 dude off, and then go here. To move this unit, load all workers. From the lake. Oh, we can't leave him on the lake. Okay, back up. We're still going to do that. We're going to just do it differently. We're going to leave. We'll pick this guy up. Oops, not 3. I want 2. There we go. We'll move here. We'll drop both dudes off. And then we'll move that guy here. And then this guy, we'll pick up him. He will move here, drop the dude off, and then end his turn there. And then finally, I think that actually might be it. I mean, I could move one guy over a spot. You know what? If I put this guy here, I don't think any of these guys will be able to reach this guy. Because that's going to be worth 3 territories. No, it's going to be worth 2 to move him into that space, so it's okay. Yeah, I think I'm okay with where I'm at. I guess I'll just move this guy here and just kind of make it a little bit more tricky. Because red doesn't have the buildings out at all. So I would basically just be screwing over this person. Sorry, I do want to go back because I only want to move that one last guy. I actually want this guy to be here. Same deal with this. I will pick up 2 people, drop there, pick up, go there, drop, finish, return there. Okay. So now we just have a lot of land coverage. So we're in a good position to score some points. And here we go. This is the thing. This is what we needed. We needed to get up into this range. So we are going to do that because our power sucks. We're going to go right here, pay the money, move ourselves up. We don't have enough wood for the next one, but whatever. We're there. If the game ends right now, we are totally fine because they are enlisting, and I think that might be it. Do we have 1, 2, 3, 4? We need 5 more. I can get 1, 2, 3, but not 5. The other thing that we could do is we don't have enough to enlist. Although enlisting would be okay. Why would I want to enlist? I would want to enlist because then I can get a bonus for enlisting, which could be more popularity. That's why I want to enlist. Alright, so we're going to put... we're just going to spread ourselves thin, unfortunately, but that's going to be what we're going to do. Because our next turn, we're going to do this action over here. Oh, they're going to recruit. Ooh, we did get a popularity. Oh, there it is. Okay. You just never know. I mean, I'm trying to pay attention, but I'm not trying to slow the game down. So we didn't end up with a lot of hearts. We did get 14 points for that, though. Or 20 points for that, I should say. Look at that. Because we were spread out, we got a lot of points. And this is where we got 6 lakes because of that last effort. Oh, but we lost on money. And there we go. Polania beat us out here. So just a quick recap of what we did. So we did really good to catch up with the stars. So we had 4 stars. So out of the 4 stars, we were able to bump ourselves up this popularity track far enough so that each star would be worth 5 points. That was going to be important for us. Okay. And then we got, we ended up, look at how many points, we got 52 points because we were spread out. So the way that works is, just to recap, right here, this is what that means. Because we were in this range, every region we controlled, we get 4 points, okay? And if we back up a tick, you can see that we control this one, this one, this one, this one, because this is where we have a structure. A structure counts as controlling the area as long as there's no other enemy thing in that area. This one counted as this one counts as 3. That's the draw of getting to the center of the factory. This one, and then this one over here. We took this area away from white because they had a structure, but our unit took over it. And then yeah, we have a structure here, dude there, dude there. So we got a lot of, just so many points from that. We just didn't have any other leftover resources, and although we did get 6 points, white did get 4 points. So the way that was calculated is we had number of lakes adjacent to your structures only count each lake once. We had buildings next to a total of 6 lakes. That's why we got 6 points here. If we could have gotten one, no, I'm sorry. You got 6 points because we were controlling 5. That's why. Yeah, it's hard to get 6, right? And then nevertheless, they just were rolling in dough, so that's what really helped them out because the money. That's actually why the icon for this is money, because every money that you have is worth 1 point. So yeah, look, 30 turns. I think we did really, really well. Pretty close game. But I don't have any regrets. I think I played that pretty well. And this is Scythe. It's one of my favorite games. Like, I love playing it in person. I have it on my table. I've got it here. I like playing it Tabletop Simulator. This is one of my favorite games. It's so much fun. Whew. So, hopefully you had fun too. Maybe I'll play it again. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, thanks for watching. I think I think you got a great idea if this is something that you might enjoy. Again, pretty complex on the surface, definitely different than what I played before. But if you can follow along, I think just playing it a couple times will help you to really get good at the game. I'm not even that good at the game. I just like playing it. I love figuring out that puzzle of every turn. I'm going to do this before that and use these resources for this thing. It's just a fun puzzle to solve. Anyways, that's the stream. Thanks so much for watching, and yeah, be good, have a good time. See ya.